This week on Small Boat Big Ocean TV, we get in on the red hot inshore bluefin bite. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Small Boat Big Ocean TV is brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app. Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Boat Big Ocean TV. Today finds us leaving out of Laurel Harbor Marina, heading out of Barnegat Inlet, and then we're going to head about 16 miles east off the coast of New Jersey looking for some bluefin. Today I'm joined by my regular crew, Pat Lowry and Steve Barzowski. This trip actually took us a little bit longer than we expected because as we got closer to the location, the seas got a little bit rougher. So we couldn't go quite as fast, but we still made it there in decent time. Now that we arrived on location, the first thing we had to do was locate some squid and start jigging them up. So if you're new to this type of fishing where you're jigging up squid off the bottom, just a heads up, you're not going to see them on the fish finder. You may see a couple little red dots, might look like fish hanging around the bottom, but you're not going to see a big thick school. So you really just got to drop some jigs down in a likely spot and just hope that you're over them. Luckily, not far from where we stopped, we actually did see some little red dots on the bottom, so we figured we'd drop some jigs down, and like I said, luckily for us, we did end up being right over top of some squid. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using a little dip net to pick these squids up, if you've never done this before, squid ink is very, very difficult to get off of the deck of a boat. So I'd rather them kind of ink themselves out in the net before I lift them up into the boat and put them in the live well. Now that we have our first squid, we're going to go ahead and rig our first line, which is going to be a bottom rig. We're going to put about an 8-ounce sinker 5 feet up from the swivel and then drop it down. So we were going to have about 20 feet of line from the sinker to the hook, which means we have a 15-foot 60-pound fluorocarbon leader to a size 6 4x strong circle hook. So the first thing I did was hook the squid in the tip of the mantle, about 1/4 of an inch from the tip. Then I dropped him in the water, so he's got fresh water and he can swim around. He's going to be vibrant when we drop him down. The next thing we did, because we had 15 foot of 60-pound fluorocarbon to a 150-pound swivel, I measured 5 feet from that swivel, which would give us a total of 20 feet from the hook, and that's where I set my rubber band to attach our 8-ounce sinker so we can drop to the bottom. So while we're setting the first bottom line, Steve's over there, he's still trying to jig up some squid. So if anybody doesn't know, this is the squid. This makes excellent calamari. So not only were we catching squid to live line, we're actually putting them on ice to take home with us.
I was trying to watch and I couldn't see if he's not spinning the boat anymore. So.
Might have been short.
I would put that one in the swivel holder in the back there. I would practically probably put it on this side because we're gripping that. Now, if you're going to do this type of live lining or chunking frequently, One thing I definitely suggest is to get yourself some drop-in rod swivels. These drop right in your rod holder. They allow your rod to move freely and pivot, so if a fish takes it and it's not the same direction your rod tip is pointing, your rod will rotate and you won't put any undue stress on your rod except the way it's really supposed to flex. So highly recommend, and here's an image of what they look like. So like I mentioned before, we're dropping this line down to the bottom with an 8-ounce sinker, 20 feet from the sinker to the squid. So we got about 85 to 86 foot of water, so we're going to drop him down and let the squid do his thing down there on the bottom. As far as our rod and reel setup, we're using 80 to 100 pound rods matched with 50 wide pen reels. So rod number 2 is going to be our mid-water column rod. We're going to drop that roughly 50 feet down, suspended. And I run that a little differently. I don't use balloons. I use an old pool noodle. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here shortly about how I rig that. Okay, so for our suspended line, what I'm doing is I'm still setting my sinker 20 feet from the hook, so that's 15 foot of fluorocarbon leader and 5 feet of the main line, and that's where I'm setting my sinker. Now my sinker now is a 4-ounce sinker, going to be suspended, and then from that sinker I'm now measuring 50 feet up the main line to where I'm going to set my pull noodle. Now I'm running the entire line from the hook all the way in through the main line is running through the center of the pull noodle, and then it's going to be fastened with a rubber band. So when a fish strikes, that rubber band pops off and the pull noodle is free to slide up and down the main line without us having to take it off.
Suspended at that.
Oh, it's going to keep the bait off.
Yep.
How about your mic? Yes, man.
With both lines set, Steve and Pat continue to jig up some squid to put on ice so we can take some nice fresh calamari home with us. With both lines set, it's just a matter of waiting for a strike. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Still remember then I
Bob K. Marine in Spring City, PA is your one-stop shop for all marine services. From bass boats to bow riders, 2- and 4-stroke outboards to large block inboards. Our certified staff can repair just about anything. Bob K. Marine also offers electronics installation, winterization and shrink wrap, plus fiberglass and gel coat repair. Visit Bob K. Marine today for all your marine service needs. Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Boat Big Ocean TV. before we jump back into the fishing action, I wanted to give a little props to one of our sponsors, Salt Weather. Their forecast really helped us out on this day. So our original plan was actually to go out to the offshore wrecks, try to troll up some yellowfin. But checking the weather over the course of the night before, it was very clear that sometime around 1, 2, 3 o'clock, we were going to get some wicked south winds, double digits pushing, gusts to 20, 25. So we knew we had to stay tight, to the coast, and really watch ourselves and get headed in at the appropriate time. And that magic number seemed to be about 2 o'clock according to Salt Weather, and they were spot on. So at this time, I want to go over how this app really helped us choose to stay inshore for this day. But what you're seeing in the video is our ride in, which normally should have only taken a half hour, 40 minutes tops. It took us well over an hour. You can see how rough it was, and this is exactly what Salt Weather had forecasted. So a little foreshadowing of our ride in, but this kind of leads into what I want to go over with their weather app, especially version 2, which they just released, which is, in our opinion, obviously they're a sponsor, but in our opinion, one of the best weather apps out there. So here's a screenshot of Salt Weather's version 2, which I happen to have for Android. And what I love about this app is, it gives you weather alerts. You see the little red cloud. In this case, it's giving us a small craft advisory. But also, if you look in these columns, you're going to see Icon, GFS, WWO, and Euro. And those columns are obviously going down. Those are 4 different weather models. According to the Salt Weather, the 4 most popular available. Icon is the German weather. GFS is the NOAA, North American National Weather Service. World Weather is a global weather predictor, and then the Euro, which is the European model. So what you're looking at is you actually have the ability to look to see what all 4 of those models are saying for each hour of the day. And the forecast goes out to 6 days. So this is so helpful, because if all those numbers from those models are pretty close, I'm going to take that as almost gospel that the weather conditions are probably going to be very similar to this. Now, this screenshot is not from the day we were out fishing for bluefin, but this is kind of gives you the example either way. So for that particular day, all the models were saying anywhere from 17 to 23 mile an hour winds out of the south, and we knew things were going to get choppy really fast. So the ability to see that what all 4 models are saying at the same time for each hour of the day, in my opinion, is what makes this app worth its weight in gold. And plus, there's a boatload of other features that it also provides. But those 4 models side by side is, in my opinion, huge, because I used to jump back and forth between different apps so I could look to see what different weather service providers were forecasting, knowing that some of them use one model and others use another. Here, for every hour, you're looking at what 4 models are saying. So again, if they're all in agreement or pretty darn close, we're going to kind of take that as whether we should go, no go, or what we should do as far as time frame of the conditions changes. So that, in my opinion, makes this whole thing well worth it. In addition to that, another menu for tides, tide height, phytoplankton levels, chlorophyll concentrations, and sea surface temperatures. Plus, if you utilize satellite overlays like sea surface temperature, chlorophyll, ocean currents, Salt Weather also provides that, all included in the same cost for the forecast. So again, you really can't go wrong with the cost per year for a subscription, and you get all this information. It really is a best bang for your buck as far as I can tell. Okay, so back to the fishing action. We've been on top of squid pretty much all day, refreshing our baits, dropping fresh live squid down, and we really have not had any hits, nothing really taken line. It was kind of uneventful other than stocking up on calamari. So, but nonetheless, we continued to drift, knowing that we were jigging squid and just hoping that there were some fish down there feeding on them.
Small boobs, big O's. Episode Bluefin.
As you can see, the seas were really starting to build. That south wind was starting to really pick up. And it was nearing the time where we would have to make a decision that we've got to go in if we want to beat the seas that are predicted, which could have been between 4 and 6 feet is what they were calling for. So we really had to make a decision whether we were going to pack it up or not.
Oh, we're on. Whoa. Someone just took one. We're on. We're tight. Yeah, baby. We're tight.
But as luck would have it, we finally got a knockdown right at the buzzer.
We're tight, baby. Let's go. You haven't got a fish with us yet, so I want you to get this one. I drew the back of the boat. Yeah. Yep. Which way you need me to go?
Gotta turn right.
Better not be no freaking shark. I mean, yeah, it's sure to have some action. Oh, you can touch. Come on, there we go. So good. You have to drag up.
Yep.
Move back up.
Got it.
Yeah. Alright, go to that corner, Steve. When you can, reach, grab that, snap off that rubber band. Hey, Sporty coming at us with the safety boat on front. We got a fish on. I'm gonna get this ready just in case.
Coming tight to this air gear. Ain't ready yet.
How you doing there, Steve?
Good. We ain't ready yet.
Coming. That might be a shark. Might be tuna. You reckon head shaking? Holy shit. Right a little bit. Short fighting like a tuna. Which way you want me to go?
On the boat here, just kick it right a little bit. Keep him out from under the boat. There you go. Kick it to the right again a little bit. Whoa, there's motor. Quick. There you go.
Here, hold it. Which way you want me to go, Pat?
Still right again. I don't want to get under the boat.
The hair, don't go.
How's that?
Keep going under. There we go.
Keep kicking again, right.
Alright. Saw the boat and got married, did. I'd be shocked if it was shot. It's gonna be hard getting this fish because we're on long meter. Look at the shark in this one. Got some weight to him, huh?
Huh?
So he's got some weight to him.
There it is. Not reaching yet. Try a little bit more to the right.
Nice little fighting seat there, huh?
Yeah. That's good. get tired of twisting here. Fish.
Going under the boat, damn it. John, just keep swinging. You're good, you're good. That's good, that's good. Perfect.
The hell is this damn thing?
Starting got me pretty freaking big. No, no, baby. Roll down, roll down. Nice, nice. There you go. Alright, alright.
It's got to be a tuna. It's circling.
Alright, I got color.
You do?
I got color.
That's a tuna. It's got to be tuna.
Can't see what it is, but it's gotta be the way he's going. Even starting, I think he would have put off by it. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, alright.
The way he's circling, it's got to be a tuna.
Yeah. It's all color. Roll down, roll down. There you go, there you go. Keep you tight. Beat him up, man. Beat him up. I got color again. Beat him up. Roll down, roll down. There you go, there you go. Perfect, perfect. Roll down. Go pump, roll down, roll down. There you go. Beat him up. I got color.
I cleared the engine. Am I good?
Alright. He's almost there, man. I keep saying it's flat. Spin. Hard spin, hard spin. Yep. Alright. Go, go, go. Sorry. He's almost there. Oh, I think that's tuna. Gotta be.
Tuna.
Yeah, baby. Alright, time to switch. Alright. Got it.
Hey, Joel. Yeah, come back. Nah, I just squid. Starting a little morning. Forecast is actually right. Come back with that? I said the forecast is actually right. It's getting a little 40 out.
Yeah, we're bailing after this.
Yes, it is.
So when you gaff him, if it's a tuna speed, hold on to that gaff. He's going to want to run. So
We're staying out for a while. It's going to be on the ass for the ride home anyway, so it's not going to be a bad ride. Yeah, roger that. Do what I do. You're not going into the catch one. Like everybody else. Just start one to their phone. And again? Just say you ain't going in until you catch one. You'll get one.
Yep, going right.
Alright, we're not going in until we catch one. I'll get it in a couple hours.
Good, you good. Keep it going right, yep, keep it going right. Keep circling them. Yep, good. That's tuna. That's a tuna.
Hey, he lives with you for the weekends, man. I don't know about that.
Tuna all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't let him sleep in the bedroom, so he has to sleep on the floor.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Good.
Good touch.
I think it's going in the fire pit tonight.
Keep going a little
Oh,
bit.
boy,
Right.
look at that. All right, I'm out leader. I'm out leader. Hold on. Let me circle.
Yeah, he's gonna keep circling until he gets tired.
Oh my God. Ready? Here's your shot. Hold on.
Hold on, so you let him come on the surface.
Hold on. Hold on.
Let him keep circling. My good pattern. You just start doing the circles.
All right, I'm at leader, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Got him. Oh, we don't have my much.
Holy cow! Yeah! Woo! Holy shit! Yeah! Let's go.
Teamwork, baby.
Let's go.
Woo! Holy shit.
Woo!
And after a lengthy battle, we finally put a nice big bluefin on the deck. This one measured at 52 inches and roughly 90 pounds. And with the winds picking up out of the south, we knew we were going to have a rough ride home, so we decided to get everything buttoned down and head for home. So that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you at the next one. Small Boat Big Ocean TV is brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app. Thanks for tuning into the show this week. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, click on that notification bell, and for more information on Small Boat Big Ocean TV, make your way over to our webpage, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for our blog to get all the latest behind-the-scenes info.